Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome back out to Louisiana Christian University, home of the LCU Wildcats. Billy Allgood Field here in the heart of Louisiana. Pineville, Louisiana is where we're at. A blistery 93 degrees out there today, but I don't want to steal Chuck's thunder or lack thereof.
You go right
as
ahead.
we get into that. But the East took care of things yesterday. West is the home team. They'll swap over and try to do it all over again. But a big, glorious hello and welcome out to all of you here that are joining us. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Delighted to have you out there. And that's the only one of those I get. I noticed that I said that 3 or 4 times in the intro, so we're not going to say that word anymore. But we're excited to be here. We're thrilled that you are along with us. And couldn't think of a better way to spend our Saturday afternoon and wrap up our coverage of high school sports than being at the Louisiana Baseball Coaches Association All-Star Game for another year. This is year 3, I think, that we have covered this, and certainly honored to be a part of it. They're going to start their pregame festivities here momentarily. We want to take this opportunity to welcome you before we get in. I am Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. Chuck, welcome aboard.
Hey, buddy, I'm glad to be here again. Still a little bit under the weather as far as my voice goes. I feel fine, but my voice just sounds kind of like that Wolfman Jack thing.
Right, and people train for years to get it to sound like that. I know vacation looming right around the corner. You'd like to get that taken care of so there's not any of that going on.
Definitely would. We're planning a nice little week trip, well-deserved for my little bride, having to put up with me for all these years. This is our 25th.
I need a vacation then, if that's the case.
This year will be our 25th in May, or was our 25th in May, rather.
That's right.
And so, yeah, she's well-deserving. This will be we were talking about it, this will be our first time to go on a vacation besides our honeymoon without any kids.
Goodness gracious, and that's how you got the kids in the first place.
We
So you just
that.
Be careful there.
Yes.
Certainly proud of the fact that Coach Mike Burns lets them use these facilities. Been going on for a number of years out here, and he actually has walked up upon us on here too. Chuck, let's hand that headset over and let's visit with him just a second. During the pregame, while all this is going on, he's going to learn to quit walking up on us. That's a quick way to get a headset put on you. Coach Mike Burns joins us, and Coach, what a glorious weekend this turned out to be.
It's unbelievable, Doug. The weather's beautiful. The fans are beautiful. It's just a great weekend for baseball.
Look, if it could just get a little more muggy and humid and warm, this would be great.
If you stick around long enough, it will.
It will be. Coach, what is it that makes this special, having all of these athletes on campus?
Well, it's just they're the best in the state of Louisiana. I mean, they're going to a lot of them are going to different colleges, and they're closing one chapter in their life and getting ready to open up another chapter. And this will be the last day that all these guys will wear their high school uniform. So it's a pretty cool deal.
Saw one of the young men that was playing in right field yesterday that's going to be on campus here with your Wildcats.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a young man from Weston High School. We're excited about him coming in. He's going to be a freshman, and he'll start all over just like freshmen do in college, and he'll be chasing foul balls and doing what he's got to do to get better, and we're excited about him coming.
Look, I can hear it now. Ball out, freshman.
You got it. It hadn't changed.
That's fantastic. They're getting ready to start the festivities on here. Coach, you've seen this grow through the years. What do you like about it?
The All-Star Game?
Yeah.
It's just, I love it in Central Louisiana. I've been part of it for 40 years, watching it and coaching it and being a coordinator in it. And having it here at our university is just outstanding.
Coach, they're going to start the starting lineups, and we will honor that. So we'll visit with you. It feels good being in the headset with you again. We've done that a few years.
I'll come back and talk to you later on.
There you
Thank
go,
you,
Coach
buddy.
Mike Burns.
Brian Jarrah. At first base from Oak Grove, Tanner Duff. In right field from Weston, Bryce Zaire. At third base from St. Augustine, Bryce Robinson. At shortstop from Pope John Paul, Blaze Rodriguez. Pitcher from St. Frederick, Aiden Melna. pitcher from Wausau, Jordan Brady. And the pitcher from Buckeye, Adam Brosnack. And now for the reserve for the Western All-Stars. At shortstop from Gopher, Jackson Zadot. At third base from Iraq, Seth Slater. At seventh base here from North DeSoto, Brady Mason. At first base from Natchez Central, Adam Gillette. At second base from Westlake, Cash Martin. And catcher from Sam Houston, Connor Walter. In right field, from St. Thomas More, Jacob Froelich. And from Corvette. No, he's in the starting lineup, sorry. Christian Turner. Sorry, Hartford down to 3. Pitchers from Benton, Thomas Allen. From Sam Houston, Cole Flanagan. From Sulphur, Slade Joe Knox. And from Northwood, Jack Carlisle. And now the starting lineup for the All-Stars from the East. Leading off the 7th hitter from Alexandria Country Day, Tristan Roberts. Batting second base from South Carolina is Brandon Clement. At catcher from Live Oak, Cooper Smith. And in left field from Ascension Christian, Mason LeBlanc. In center field from Sterlington, Travis Adams. At first base from St. Paul, Cameron Cairn. In right field from Central Private, Clayton Kimball. At third base from West Wausau, Cam Martin. And at shortstop from St. Augustine, Kenyon Hughes. Starting pitcher for the East All-Stars from Parkview Baptist, Sam Mitchell. Head coach of the East All-Stars is Chris Myers, assisted by Tommy Robinson and Steve Stropolo. And now the starters for the Western All-Stars. Leading off at shortstop from Glenbrook, Jackson Waller. Batting second in left field from St. Thomas More is Cade Wilkerson. Batting third at third base from Pearland Catholic, Ryan Bernard. Batting fourth at seventh base hitter from Catholic New Iberia, Wayne Bensky. Batting fifth at first base from Natchez Central is Adam Gillette. Second base from Westlake High School, Cash Luke Priester from West Oregon. And catcher from Sterling Catholic, Pineville. In center field from Welch, Dane Ayette. And in right field from Combat, Parker Alexander. Starting pitcher first for the Western All-Stars from Sulphur is Jason Hicks. Next up to the West All-Stars is Jeremy DeVille, pitched by Brooks Bordeaux and Tony Sanders. Now for the president. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise. And gentlemen, remove your hats and face the American flag in center field for the playing of our national anthem. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
The starting lineups appear ready to get things going. Of course, honoring America with our national anthem. And now they've got a standoff that's going on. That's one of those things that the idea behind this is you don't want to be the last one, or you want to be the last one left standing. And the umpires and that will run them off. You get folks, they're going to give a little bit of a nod and say, hey, well, I don't know. And look, they'll stay hot. Finally get a turn away. And it's a thing that you say, you see that a lot in baseball, and they want to be the last one on the field. Just a lot of fun in there. From Sulphur on the hill is Dayton Hicks, and we were able to talk to the big right-hander as he was down in the bullpen, and then he's ready to go. Bright young man, throws a very solid fastball. We heard it pop from out here. He's got a lot of movement on it, and a great season for Hicks and Sulphur. There you get a look at it. So we adjusted the camera just a little bit, hope you like the new angle on it. I think you're seeing that one now. You get an opportunity to take a look at Hicks getting ready to go. They will try to get back on pace. The West will. They split it, and look, there's no truth to the fact that these teams are happy just to one win one day and one win the other, Chuck. They're out here ready to battle.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They're going to be battling in some pretty hot weather out here. Your first alert game day weather from KLB weather update is 90 degrees right now. Feels like it's 99, Doug. Dew point 72 degrees, humidity at 56%. Wind south-southeast at 7. Yesterday it was out at 6. And sunset, which I don't think we're going to see, is set for 8:05.
Dude, if we see sunset after this, I'm going after Tim O'Neill from yesterday because he brought
Eastern All-Stars from Alexandria Country Day, 7-day hitter, Tristan Roberts.
our first chance to get a look at Tristan Roberts when we weren't involved with a guest. Tristan Roberts right here locally out of Alexandria Country Day, and he misses, or he fouls the first one back and out of play, and we're going to get adjusted and get into the game now, I believe. So 0-1.
Yeah, you've been leaning up on that perch right there for a little bit.
Have been. That one taken just off the plate in there for misses for ball 1. We'll see what Roberts is able to do to get this West team, get this East team up and going. Swung through a high fast ball from Hicks. And Hicks demonstrating what we saw him with down in the bullpen as he was getting ready to go. The righty fired this one in there. Took a little something off of that, and around the horn they go. Down on strikes goes Roberts. Got our mic. South Terrebonne's. Let me get onto the right seat. So it helps me if I get on the right page of this. That'll make it a whole lot easier. But it's Braden Clement. We're going to say that smokes that one over to shortstop, across the diamond, and then tie him in 2 up and 2 down. We're going to do our best to put a little bit of figure out where they're from with our pronunciations of it, and hopefully Cooper Smith there from Live Oak, and that one's a little bit easier on there. He is going to stay in his area. He's Live Oak's guy, and they're going out there to check on. They'll get somebody up in the bullpen and going pretty quick, as Dayton Hicks looks like he has maybe got a little bit shaken up on that. You get a good look in there as coach goes out to tend to him, but they'll quickly get somebody up and in the bullpen and throwing. Try to get a look at who that is.
Don't know if it is or not anything that deals with.
Yeah, they're going to get him throwing quick, because that looks like it's going to be the end of the day for Dayton Hicks after about 4 pitches.
I wonder if the heat's gotten to them, because if they've been like off and not drinking a lot of water like they do during the season, maybe they've been drinking like Cokes and carbonated beverages. They can't stand this heat, and it's up there.
Indeed it is, and they'll keep an eye on it because the pitching staffs are already shorthanded, and they'll give him as much time as he needs to get ready in this one. I'm trying to see in the bullpen just who that is. We'll get
Tigers number 7 that's throwing right now.
Yeah, and that's got to be Thomas Allen. Thomas Allen from the Benton Tigers, but it looks like Hicks is going to try to give it a go in here, and he wants to finish out at least this inning. So we'll keep an eye on that young man. So very good that he's going to stay in there, and quickly they'll hustle down and try to get things going here.
Got a strike in there. Little recoup of himself there.
That's right. Hicks now will sit back and deal. That one swung on and missed. And look, he's a pitch away from muscling through this inning, and you certainly want to see that. He's working very, very quickly. Gets the ball back, stands on the mound, and delivers this one. And that is out in front of that good changeup that we saw from Hicks. That was the strikeout pitch earlier. Beautiful day for baseball. The clouds are starting to make their way in, and that breeze has picked up just a little bit off of that 6 to 7 miles an hour. So it looks like it's going to keep things tolerable at least. Off-speed stuff, and he comes up and gets him on the leg.
Got a little different PA guy up there today. It sounds like it's got a little more animation going on with the songs and whatnot.
Ascension Christian's LeBlanc is in there. He will play left field in this one. Mason on his way to Baton Rouge Community College. So we'll see what Mason's able to muster here late. There's a throw over to first, not a time. Good looking move though from Hicks.
Number 30 that came in as a pinch runner.
Yeah, which they don't give us numbers on here, so that's the only downfall of it. Hicks now delivers this one, and it's fouled back and over the trees into the parking lot. Yeah, I think he's brought somebody with him today, so he's got able to do some music.
Yeah, a little bit different voice up there too, so.
LeBlanc watches that one down low, and 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down here. Top half of the first we play, scheduled for 9 in this one. If you were with us yesterday, we appreciate that. Swung on and hammered out to left field. That one is going back, and it's going to come off of the wall. So where moments ago he was a pitch away from getting out of it, now there's going to be a play. Into the plate it goes, and in time. Beautiful work there. And you saw it right in your living room. Good looking work. And Chuck, you got that on that Look, that's a baseball joke that's in there. So 1 base in, 1 man left on. They'll give him a double out of that, but able to do it on a beautiful relay from left to short and into home. Had the runner by a couple of steps. That'll do it here for the top of the first. We'll be back. Bottom of the first when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
Hey, you get a look at Sam Mitchell from Parkview Baptist is on the hill today to start things off. West team going to get things underway.
For the Western All-Stars, first up from Glenbrook, Jackson Waller.
Jackson Waller will lead things off from Glenbrook. That one's lifted high and going to chase over the dugout and play. So I saw the catcher give up on it. I was completely off. Hopefully you had a better camera shot than what I was following.
I put it on my
Your home
infield
plate?
shot.
Yeah, that's probably the better of it.
Left it on the home plate one too. Got anything
And
Left
go for a
fielder
third.
from St. Thomas More, Cade Wilkerson.
St. Thomas Moore's Cade Wilkerson will stride to the plate. Chipola Community College is where he's off to.
Nice.
Swung through that. Good. Mitchell.
Is that in Louisiana? Is that maybe in Oklahoma perchance?
I don't know, but it's not in Louisiana. Somebody at home will tell us and put it in the comments. Swung through that one. Mitchell not really overpowering with the fastball on those last couple of pitches, but has thrown it in the zone. It's kind of dropped a little bit. Still trying to work, and he slips off of that mound. That's the moisture and all of that that's on here. It's the humidity that sits on that turf.
I think it'd be baked off by this point in time, but it's a lot in that ground.
Again, it's low, and this is where, you talk about the pace of the game. They won't get too quick into it because they want to make sure these guys stay good and hydrated.
Yeah.
Swung through that one and down, and they'll have to go to first to get the out. In fact, they do. And that's quickly 2 up and 2 down. So Mitchell doing a good job of setting the tone early in this one. Turling's Catholics. Let's see where he's at on my roster. You heard it on there, but we'll get him here.
No, you didn't probably see that because I know you're looking at your paper.
Ryan Berard is there, yeah.
Catcher came up to make a play and his glove slipped off his hand.
Look, I'm telling you, the humidity and the sweat that is already making its way. Berard from Turlings Catholic, and welcome to new football coach, Coach Michael Corville, who is down there. He is the new head football coach at Turlings Catholic. And our first guest coming up on the Pelican Sports Report, brought to you by LaLug Group. Acadiana is home. That will be August 19th. AcadianaIsHome.com. That'll be at the Firehouse Sub on College Saloon, is where we'll do our show at 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights during the football season. If you're interested in being on that, reach out to us, info at 446sports.com.
Yeah, don't redneck it down like I do and call it Callista Salon.
No, don't do that at all. They'll run you out of the Acadiana area for doing that. Man, have had just such great support since we've announced that we're expanding into Lafayette area. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes. So a 1-2-3 inning for Mitchell of Parkview Baptist, and we'll be back for the top of the second when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
During National Cataract Awareness Month, Wallace Eye Associates is joining the American Academy of Ophthalmology to help prevent blindness by offering complimentary cataract screenings. If you're over 65 and noticing unusual changes in your vision, our free screenings can help determine if you have cataracts. Call us today to schedule your complimentary cataract screening. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Boy, and what had us concerned was Dayton Hicks going to finish the inning, and he come back out for a second inning of work. So, Chuck, you may be right. It may have just cooled off a little bit.
A little bit of a wind, picked up breeze, finally made it through here. Got around those trees, that pine trees that surround us here.
Did you turn that mic back on at home?
I did. That's what we're hearing.
That one misses up high.
Maybe they'll come on and say who it is here in just a moment. Might have a potty break.
That's right. That one up and out of the zone as well. And we're relying on our public address announcer to give us the batter on there. It's lifted high. It's going to sky out. Center field got it. And that will do it. Out number one.
That batter left fielder from Country Christian Jason LeBlanc. Now that is center fielder from Sterlington, Travis Adams.
That was Mason LeBlanc. Travis Adams will stride in there now. Travis again had that big season at Sterlington this year. That one from Hicks sails over the strike zone and into the backstop.
Ducks his head but leaves his bat up.
Mm-hmm. We've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, that's not worked out real well sometimes.
That's what they tell you, get the bat down. That one misses inside, so 2-0. So Adams was the last hitter on
Fly
there.
out in center there.
Yeah, that flew out to center. And I did not catch the name.
St. Paul.
Was it? I can probably track that down if that's the case. Hicks has been high on this batter. Again, and 4 of them out of the top of the zone. That's what
Sorry about that.
Concerns you a little bit. So that was looked like Cameron Keme.
Right fielder from Central Private High School, Clayton Kimball.
Clayton Kimball now out of Central Private will stand in, and you hear it just as soon as we do on there. So thankfully he's got his up there, but you get a really good look at Kimball with a runner at first. That one lifted sky high and going to be up into this cloud-covered sky. Well, I promise you, you may not see it on your screen there. The clouds are out over here. It gets real sunny as you look back this way.
Those are lights, not clouds.
Right. No drone today. Gave Vector Skies the day off.
Appreciate that.
He can work one day in a row, and that's it. That pitch is in there for the strike, nothing in two.
When you're that good, you're that good, is all I can say.
We thought about having him fly during the home run derby yesterday, but then we thought better of that.
Be like the little guy on the golf cart.
Right.
The driving range.
Good breaking pitch drops in there for strike three, and I mean just fell off the table. And he's thrown high, his Hicks, and that one you just sit there and watch come down into the strike zone.
Umpire's got that, pull that cord, starting that lawnmower. Martin, last name.
Cam Martin out of West Washita.
I remember that's what we're listening for.
Yes. That one is ground over the pitcher's head. It's going to be handled there and going to take it the easy way. And that will retire the side. So a pretty easy inning there for Hicks after struggling a little bit on the walk. We'll come back to the bottom of the second when we come back.
No hit.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Parkview Baptist Sam Mitchell back on for his second inning of work. First delivery there down into the front part of that turf. Bounces up for ball one. Rock back delivered this one, and that misses inside as well. So those pitchers that came out solid in the first have shown a little fatigue here in their second inning of work. Again, it's just they're trying to stay with them as long as they can. That's going to be a base hit out to center field. And I'm just doing terrible work. And I might have got him into the corner of it. I'm going to stay wide, though, Chuck. I think will make it a little easier. That was Lane Finsky that had that base hit. Adam Gullett will be there trying to get things going here for this West All-Star team. That one lifted out into left field. There's center fielder coming up, making a diving catch. It comes up and makes a tremendous grab out in center field. Goodness. That's just why you're out there in the game, coming up and making that play. South Bow has a batter in this one. That is Luke Brister. Fights that one off, and it dribbles over foul. But man, that was a good charge into that one. But handled out in center field. Thankfully, Chuck takes over the camera. That might make it a little easier for you guys to see the actual game. Ground ball over to second base, and the double play is in order. They're going to throw it and turn it, and that will do it for the West in the bottom half of the second. We saw 4 double plays yesterday, and as our buddy Ray told us, you don't see that a lot in games like these because they haven't worked with each other. There's number 1 of the day, and it comes in the bottom of the second. We'll be back right after this. Looks like a pitching change coming, and we'll let you know about it after the thus and such and what you call it. And
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
back to the top of the third we go. And Thomas Allen from the Benton Tigers will take over. Thomas Allen on his way east from I-20 or on I-20 to ULM. Will make his way over there. And how often do you see a player make a good play? And that was what that throw from shortstop was from Kenyon Hughes of St. Augustine. And he'll come up there. Hughes on his way to Southern in Baton Rouge. Well, you just love seeing good fundamental baseball, and these guys definitely have it out here. Long seasons.
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for the Western All-Stars. From Benton High School, Thomas Allen.
But that's getting it before the PA. See, we're getting our skills down a little bit better, our timing, and getting the feel of everything that's out here.
Leading off the top of the third for East. Shortstop from St. Augustine, Kenyon Hughes.
We know that it's not St. Augustine, that we know.
Yes.
So, but look, I'm telling you, PA life is tough, having all, and especially here with all the different names, all the different schools. First pitch fastball right back to Allen, and Allen's going to get over to first with it, and that will retire the leadoff hitter, Hughes from St. Augustine. And we'll be back to the top of the batting order here from Alexandria Country Day. Swung on and missed there. Yeah, he made me doubt myself there, but no, that's Tristan Roberts out of Country Day. They're out on the campus of LSUA is where they're out. They're in Class B, and they play out of that area there with Glenmore and Grace and Oak Hill and that district. 0 for 1 in the first with a strikeout. Watches that one down low, misses out of the bottom of it, but I'm telling you, I do believe that Allen wanted that one, didn't want to waste anything there. Allen looks in, one of those pitchers that pitches kind of a staggered stretch and wind up and blows the fastball by Roberts. And then working around the infield. Again, welcome to Central Louisiana. We are sponsored and brought to you by Explore Alexandria Pineville. set up on who we have. This is Braden Clement from South Terrebonne. The Gators. Well, you got a lot of Gators mascots down in that area, and why wouldn't you? Down in the south part of Louisiana. 2 balls, no strikes here, 2 down in a very rapidly moving top of the third. Or is that not the kiss of death to tell you something's rapidly moving, and then the brakes get a pride?
Get a pride or pride?
A pride, yeah. The Blakes get a pride.
There we go.
In case you were wondering. Good looking off-speed pitch, stops in there for strike 2. Evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here, top of the third. Each team has scratched across a base hit, but that's all that it is. Rocks back, delivers this one, and that misses up and away. Well, you hear activity getting down in that bullpen, and when you can hear it hitting the glove, that lets you know the heat's coming in the next inning. That one fouled back and out of play. So on it pretty good, but just missed that one. Clement trying to get something going here to start things off. He's headed to Belhaven in Mississippi is where he'll do his college work. Takes that one down low, and that is ball 4. And that's a couple of walks that we've seen in this one today. Little Johnny Cash originates, and we don't own the rights to any of this music. That's not us doing it. It's just in-stadium music.
Now the catcher, stop. And Louisiana Gavin Cooper Smith.
Cooper Smith out of Live Oak will stride in. Catching today in this one. Smith out of Live Oak, so not far to go to college. When actually, no, Live Oak, not Oak Grove, Live Oak. So he's going to have a good piece to go. But he's going to head up and play for the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech in Ruston. Check out the Peach Festival and all that.
Nice.
Nothing in 1 the count here to Smith. Just kind of an easy throw over to first. Not really anything other than just, as Sheriff Buford would say, just an attention getter.
Maybe just checking and see how fast he can get back.
Seeing what's going on. Off and going. That one lifted high. A little bit of hit and run, but it's going to come back with foul if it doesn't stay in. It does not. And that will send Clement back to first. So Smith down 0-2. It's a good opportunity to see something from the Tigers. Thomas Allen on an 0-2, and we've seen him not really waste just a couple of batters, but he's thrown it low, trying to get you to swing at something in the dirt. That one, though, ground to right field, right through, bobbled up a little bit. Not going to go anywhere, and that's just probably the one thing that you don't ever want to happen. You don't want to leave one close enough that you can get an 0-2 base hit out of the deal. And that's exactly what Cooper Smith did. And they're going to get a courtesy runner in here as he'll go back and put his gear on and get ready.
The Baton Rouge Community College signee, Mason LeBlanc.
Mason LeBlanc will stride in now, trying to get the first run on the board. Don't have information on the courtesy runner that comes in, but Ascension Christian's Mason LeBlanc will stride in. He is going to Baton Rouge Community College, BRCC. Guess where that's at, Chuck?
Is that Louisiana?
There you go. Up and out of the zone. We've seen these pitchers get a couple of outs recorded, but they've told you as hard as that first run is to get that third out. Whoever made 3 outs, when Abner invented this game, and he said, let's make you have 3 outs. Boy, that really, that was something.
Yeah.
Off and stealing third now they go. And I'm going to tell you, the running lead that Braden got off of second base, he was halfway through. It's like Allen wasn't even looking at him back there. He'll stay in his own, doesn't care really about the base runners at all. Just relying on his abilities there. That's right.
I've got a 1-0 count.
It is. It is. That one, the first one missed. And that's what led to the double steal that was on. Good-looking pitch, too. And we've seen a lot of movement, not necessarily high velocity out of Allen, but a lot of movement. He throws that. He commands the low part of the strike zone. Just takes his time, too. I mean, he makes sure you know that it's his mound. And that's when you get into that pitching rhythm, doesn't matter if it's upbeat or low, swung on through that and missed. And it looks like now Allen's just settling in and saying, you know what, I'm going to throw my game here. I'm not going to get in a hurry. I'm not going to get rushed by anything. Peers over the top of that glove, gets the sign. Now he'll get set and deliver. That one bounces around. We're going to have a play at the plate. And that will bring along around for Wet Truck.
The first run scored on your Wallace Associates scoreboard you see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen.
There you have it.
Make sure
got it all over there, and take a chance on that little ticker going across the bottom. If you want to call that out too, you can do that.
Oh yes, indeed. The Sadler's scrolling ticker down at the bottom.
No. That's the Sadler's Towing scrolling scoreboard for those of you that are paying attention. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top of the third. East jumps out to an early lead, and that one up and out of the zone as well. And that's going to get him on down to first.
Think you'll go ahead and let him still second?
I would think that he'll end up making his way down there. And they picked up a run yesterday on that. Runner went down to second. That one was taken in there for a strike. He does a lot better work when he gets that ball down in the zone. Of course, the 0-2 fastball that was. And that'll be a catcher's indifference as they get him on down to second base. And you do see the runners now at second and third. Two-out trouble here, and that's been kind of what we've seen in the 5 half innings that we've seen. Swung through that one and missed, and that's a good off speed. Had a lot of drop to it from Allen, and Allen's got himself another 2-strike count here. Allen's been here before, though, 2 outs and shaking off 2 or 3 signs from his catcher. Now gets what he wants and deals. That one up and out of the zone, evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here, 1-0. The East takes the lead once again. Runner at second and third here. 1 run, 2 hits for the East. No errors, no runs, 1 hit for the West. Just methodically taking his time, delivers a 2-2, and that one is poke checks foul, and it's going to reset things. 2 ball and 2 strike. We'll do it all over again. Again, I think this is our final school year broadcast. That one lifted high. It's going to be over towards third base, giving chase, but may run out of room. Just stays inside. Good looking play over there at third base. And that will retire the side here, but not before 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. East leading at 1-0 when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Trinity Baptist Sam Mitchell back on the mound, his second inning of work. Or I guess what would be his third inning now. We talked to Sulphur's Dayton Hicks on his way back to the bullpen, so he'll get back down there and be loose if they need him. But said, yeah, just got a little overheated early, and that one poked into center field for the second hit of the game. And that is Turling's Catholics' Ryan Berard. He'll get a runner in for him. And that may have been, now we'll have to check, that may have been Batto from Turling's as they got a runner in for him. Those of you watching at home and you know who it is, we apologize for that part of it. We're relying on, we've got a roster, just not the lineups, and they don't have numbers on them, so that would make it a little bit easier for us, but that's okay. We're excited to bring this to you today. That one misses off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. West trails in this one 1-0. They trailed yesterday before tying it up at 2, but that, I guess, top or bottom of the steps out calls time, and good work finishing up his swing. I don't know if you got that one behind the plate back on, Chuck.
Yes.
And we're just not hearing anything.
We're hearing it.
That one skips down low and under the glove and off to second. Thought about heading around to third, but no go there. Billy Allgood Field. They like to refer to it, Chuck, as the Billy.
Nah.
Yeah, they do. That one finds the heart of the plate on a 3-0 fastball, and it evens things, or it gets to 3 balls and 1 strike. Base hit would tie things up. Working a little bit of an inside move there was Mitchell, but nothing doing. No activity in this bullpen. Don't see really anything on the far side either. That one lifted foul towards the Louisiana Athletic Club. Got a Subway sandwich shop in there too.
They do.
So E's over there. Not to be confused with Firehouse Subs, which is the official sandwich shop of 446Sports.
Yep.
There you have that.
Great sandwiches there at Firehouse Subs.
Indeed. That one, 5-pitch walk down low and out of the zone. And runners now at first and second, so the West trying opportunity. They never led in that game yesterday. Opportunity here to get things going. Squares around the bunt. That's a good looking bunt. Going to be right in front of third baseman. Only plays over first, but I mean, just hustling. Never going to be a play at the plate. And in time, so good work. A beautiful bunt that was laid down, Chuck, by the young man from Hornbeck, Parker Alexander. But even better work there defensively as the out was made at home. So a double play. That's double play number 2 of the day. Very unconventional.
Very aggressive play call there too.
Jackson Waller will come to the plate. Represents an opportunity to get on the board now. What looked like had a big inning going. The bunt was executed perfectly. You would have had your guys at second and third, but really trying to capitalize on it. And I like my chances at second and third with 1 out than just a ball coming back to you from the infield. That one's going to be ground over to second base. Play is made there and across, and that will do it. So coming up, had to be quick, did Clement from South Terrebonne, but we've seen that he is quick. He came around and scored the only run of this game. But we're through 3. East lead at 1-0 when we come back top of the 4th right after this.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Thomas Allen back out on the bump. Like we get a couple of guys loose as that second wave will start to make its way in. That one ground over to third base. All the way across the diamond they go in time for the out. That was St. Paul's Cameron Kamei. And you see that second line starting to come down here and get loose. They took batting practice a little bit earlier. Clayton Kimball will make his way down there to the plate, actually. Coastal Alabama South, not to be confused with Coastal Alabama Community College. So I misstated that yesterday because they got two Coastal Alabamas, and
did not know that.
They've got a Coastal Alabama South, is what I understand, that Kimball is going to, and Coastal Alabama Community College, unless I'm just getting bad information fed into me. And now that I think about it, I'm going to have to look that up.
Well, I did ask you if you wanted lunch.
You did. No, it ain't lunch that's the problem. It's my
info
or lack thereof.
So over to shortstop, over to first, and time to get to second. Meanwhile, Doug's doing research not with steamed oysters or grilled oysters.
No, isn't that something when you just have to look stuff up?
I'm telling you.
Let's see if we.
At least you didn't have to try to find somebody with a newspaper from the old days.
So they've got a Coastal Alabama South. They've got a Coastal Alabama North. And they've got a Coastal Alabama Community College. So there you have it. Whole lot of Coastal Alabamas, and I didn't know the Coastal Alabama was that big. Dadgummit.
They only have it on a small section on the southern portion.
Who knew? Well, there you have it. That one bounces up. And we've seen Allen make quick work of the first two batters in a couple of innings, and then that's when he ran into a little bit of trouble. We'll see if he's able to flush this inning. That one lifted high and foul and back out near that walking track here in the practice field. Practice football field. For those of you that are not oriented with the college setup, we are right in the heart of central Louisiana, the heart of Louisiana.
If you're not oriented with it, go back and watch that first game at the very beginning. Get a good look at the kids.
Indeed you will. That drone brought it to you. Had a lot of good looks there. Don't forget, if you're looking for drone footage or you're looking for a different spin, if you will, on your hype video or pregame videos, let us know. We can take care of that for you here.
Info at vectorskies with a Z.com. So
it's Z-E-C-T-O-R, Vector Skies.
Vector Skies.
Oh, you said with a Z. Oh, S-K-Y-Z.
Yeah, Vector.
You're scoring at home.
Vector.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th we play. Swung on and missed and down on strikes. So tag him up and that'll do it. So Allen does good work in what we feel may be his last little bit of work back in the batting.
3-3 down for the West.
Cages are going.
1-0.
We'll be back right after this.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
During National Cataract Awareness Month, Wallace Eye Associates is joining the American Academy of Ophthalmology to help prevent blindness by offering complimentary cataract screenings. If you're over 65 and noticing unusual changes in your vision, our free screenings can help determine if you have cataracts. Call us today to schedule your complimentary cataract screening. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Back here we go, bottom of the fourth. Talked to Thomas Allen as he was coming off, and that'll do it for him. His day here at the All-Star game is over, and what a good outing he had. He came on in relief of Dayton Hicks, who a little bit of heat exhaustion. We talked to him coming down, and next on the hill is going to be Cole Flanagan, and that's the impressive young man that won the home run derby yesterday. His jersey number is 15, and that's how many balls he hit out of the park yesterday.
They figured he wanted to stop there.
That one just shot by the second baseman. Out into right field. It's going to be a base hit.
Picking up the rock crunching under feet. Sensitive little mic down there.
Turling's Catholic sends their third baseman Ryan Berard to the plate here. He's not going too far, headed to LSU at Eunice out of the Lafayette area, and they're going to call a balk because he stopped, but he was talked into the balk by the runner who slipped down, and that's what caused the Parkview pitcher to stop in his lineup, or in his windup, and Mitchell, just had nowhere to go with it. And once you stop, that's a balk. Swung through that one and missed. The only problem with that is the idea and the intent of the balk is to deceive, that you're saying that you're trying to deceive the runner, and that he just stopped and slipped, but it's going to be called every single time, so there's no interpretation. Inside move there, and no throw is down. But you'll never convince me that the balk is called correctly ever at all. Now, let me take that back. Yes, it is. 100%. But you'll never tell me that the full way the law was written, or the rule was written years back, is enforced the way it is. You see some things that the deception of the runner is the thing, and down on strikes, no deception there, just a good fastball.
There's a lot of interpretation in it, so.
And yeah, but anyway. Lane Fensky will stride in. Catholic New Iberia is there. We'll be down seeing those folks in football season as well. That Acadiana market is opening up for us, and we're delighted to be headed down there. If you have some interest perhaps in us streaming some of your baseball or softball next year, or being on the show with us, reach out to us at info@446sports.com. That one fouled off into the trees beyond the third base dugout. Chuck, I think moving the camera behind home plate has made a difference in it. That's just such a a different view back there.
That's from the stands. So
pitch drifts inside. Big shout out to the coaches that are watching along. We've got a couple of text messages in for some guys that are watching, and certainly delighted to. Now, and some of them I probably will aggravate when I talk about that balk business, but depends on what side. There's a snap throw down to third. Good looking work, and gonna have him out at third base. And I'm telling you, behind the other call him safe now. And looking over him, I thought you'd called him out to start with, but good work hustling down the base pass.
Dancing the runner around.
One down here, an opportunity for the West to tie this thing back up. But it seems like we talked about that last inning also. Foul, backing out of play. Yeah, Tim O'Neill, the executive director of the Louisiana Baseball Coaches Association, told us some harrowing news yesterday. He said that this is probably going to be an 11-10 type of game, because the Saturday games always are, and they last 4 or 5 hours. And we didn't want that to happen.
Not nice at all.
But here we are in the bottom of the fourth, rolling right along. 1-0. East leads this. You'll start to see, I guess, another inning, and you'll start to see that second wave, and they'll flip with starters and non-starters in today's game, kind of balancing things out from yesterday where they each get 9 innings of work. Unless you're a PO, pitcher only, not if you're just angry. That's not the PO that we meant.
We've been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
11 minutes now.
Okay. Thanks. Always good intel to have.
Talking about the 10-11 game.
Oh, 11. There you go. Chuck trying to get us into 4 hours. I'm like, hold on. As soon as your vacation starts, as soon as this game's wrapped up.
It has to be over by 446, because that's what I said at the end time.
Of course.
Hopefully that it was going to be sooner than that.
Long look in and off and going again. They're going to have another shot down. They're going to cut this one off. And I think that may be what they talked about a little bit. They'll let them have the base. They're just trying to cut off the run from the West if it would have taken off. But now you've got runners at second and third again with just one out. Had an opportunity last inning following that bunt. 1-1 delivery called strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Parkview Baptist Sam Mitchell trying to pitch out of this one. Good looking curveball in there for strike 3, and I mean just broke like me the Thursday of payday. Nothing finer than being out at the ballpark on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Clouds are rolling in. Got a lot of wet stuff coming next week from what we understand. Boy, the sky was lit up last night with the lightning.
Oh, was it ever.
Comes right back with that curveball, and that is in there for strike 1. This is Brister, Luke Brister from South Bow. The South Bow Knights, which, you know, Chuck, in a lot of your schools, you have like the Indians and the Lady Indians, the Trojans and the Lady Trojans. South Beauregard, they're the Knights, and then they're the Lady K's is what they are. They're not the Lady Knights, they're the Lady K's.
There's some activity in the bullpen on the opposite side over there.
Good luck me seeing that number. Going fouled back and out of play again, and they'll do the 0-2 offering once again.
19. When he turned his back, it's a little bit bigger number there.
Mitchell tried to get out of it. Number not so important as the jersey logo. The name on the front. Chance to get out of this after having runners at second and third. The West going to try to get something across here, but I'm telling you, the pitching of Sam Mitchell in Parkview Baptist has been bend but don't break.
Matter of speaking of the West, fouled that one back towards the HOS Fieldhouse.
Curveball there, bounces in the dirt, but a tremendous job of blocking that up and keeping it from getting to the backstop.
Chesting it up.
That's correct. That's why you have the gear.
That's right.
Use it. Rocks back, delivers this one. Curveball, swung on and missed, and down on strikes, and that'll strand the runner at first and second. So base hits, no runs, 2 left on. We move to the top of the 5th. 1-0 East leads this when we come back.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
And we're back. You get a good look at the new pitcher of the game, Cole Flanagan, out of Sam Houston. He is headed down to Lafayette, and the University of Lafayette going to be a Raging Cajun. So good to see him not moving too far from where he played his ball at Sam Houston there in Lake Charles. So certainly good to see. St. Augustine's Kenyon Hughes will stride in. Had a couple of quick at-bats. The Southern University signee, Kenyon Hughes, out of St. Augustine. There in New Orleans is where that is. Tries to run through that bunt and get it out of there. Up in 5A, St. Aug. Flanagan dominant at the plate. He is just going to be such a player at that next level. And we've seen him play in the field as the pitcher. But that home run derby just owned the batter's box. The lefty will rock back and deliver this one. And that was right in there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hughes. And again, this will wrap things up for that first wave of players in the 5th. So yesterday, this group that's about to come in and play 4 innings, they played 5 innings yesterday to start, and they'll play the final 4 today. The team that played the final 4 yesterday will come back and they played these 5, so they give them each 9 innings of work, and you're not moving them in and out and in and out and in and out. You get them in there, get them set, and get them playing. Flanagan delivers this one. Good looking breaking pitch, but misses, and that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couldn't have asked for better hospitality here from our friends at Louisiana Christian University. Got a chance to talk to Coach Mike Burns only briefly right before the starting lineups. And man, he just wealth of knowledge. We told you just coached his 1,000th game here at Louisiana Christian University. Has a couple of state championships back at Tioga High School in baseball back in '86 and '87, and has gone on to win over 500 games at the collegiate level. And a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Hughes. Yes, indeed it is. Flanagan fires this one, misses low. That's good fastball, but down and out of the zone. And St. Aug's Kenyon Hughes has put together a pretty quality at bat here. Flanagan will deliver this one in. And netted down on strikes. A sneaky little fastball that is in there for the first out of the inning here in the top of the 5th.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting. There's a hitter from Jena High School, Zoil Gamar.
Zoil Gamar will step in out of Jena. Local school here. The Giants just about 30 minutes up the road from where we are, maybe. Smokes that one deep. The shortstop, but a play is made there. Gonna have to come off the bag and make the tag. Swipe tag, no good. Hustling down the line, and that is Glenn Brooks. Is who that looks like to me. That looks like, yeah, that's not Gamar. That is Glenn Brooks. Well, no, it can't be if Flanagan's, I don't know, I'm lost. Needless to say, we know that that's the South Terrebonne hitter that's up there now. We saw him earlier, Braden Clement. Good play out of shortstop to range deep in the hole to get that, but unable to come across the diamond and get in the lefty. Flanagan looking straight to first base, swung on it, missed there. The reason I question that being, unless he didn't have a dark jersey to wear. Well, Clement we knew from South Terrebonne is up at the plate, but I'm going back to Gamar from Jena because that's not a jersey that Jena wears. But I'm just wondering if he didn't have his home dark jersey.
It's not even in their color scheme.
No.
Typically.
Needless to say, we go back 2 balls, 1 strike to Clement. That one up and out of the zone. And Flanagan, great job on the first hitter that he faced, but has labored a little bit on the last couple of batters and run up a pretty good pitch count on the couple of batters that he's faced. And a lot of times you see that. He's probably used to being a starter, there's no doubt. Swung on and missed, and that will certainly get you going. It was a strikeout that he had of Hughes a moment ago. But again, getting ready as a reliever, as a starter are two completely different things.
I love the count when it's 3-2-1 like that, Doug. It's just fun to see.
Not fun if you're the pitcher and you throw the next one out of the zone. And that is a walk. This is Cooper Smith out of Live Oak. Coop's headed, we told you, from Live Oak, which is down around the Baton Rouge area, up to Ruston, Louisiana Tech. Proud supporters of the new Buc-ee's that is going there. The Peach Festival and a lot of things going on in Ruston.
Lots and lots of things. And they got some pretty decent college up there, too.
They do a lot of it along that I-20 corridor. There's a lot going on from Shreveport all the way to Monroe, West Monroe, and on into Jackson, Mississippi, and that line. Nothing in one to count here to Smith. Flanagan, the lefty, rocks and comes set. He'll deliver here. Good looking curveball. So we've seen him mix up that off-speed curveball. We've seen him mix that fastball in. That was the strikeout pitch that he got a little earlier. Well, they gave an error on that play, and I guess he was, but that's a tough one as he went deep in the hole to get it. That one ground off the foot of Smith, and that'll hold the runners up. Just that's why you see so many players wear those instep protectors or the shin guard protectors or anything from there. Flanagan will try to do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Misses outside.
Good set of 3 cameras, Doug. You said earlier, we were saying something about having something will travel. I guess if we have the gear, wear the gear, have the gear, we'll wear it.
That's right.
Take the shot, we have gear, we'll travel.
Yeah, we'll get there. Well, we've seen a lot of this state of Louisiana over the last 360-something plus days. Big shout out to all of those of you that have followed us.
I was talking about streaming and whatnot. I saw in our just our box cast, we had 5 states covered yesterday.
And how about that? Flanagan gets the strikeout of Smith. And now an opportunity to get out of this inning and leave it here where it's at. This officials group is out of the Monroe Association today. Josh Hobson in the field, Phil Swallow behind the dish. So grateful to those guys that have come down from Monroe to call this one. And you know, they don't have any relief. They're out there both halves of the innings each game. The guys get to come on the field and off the field and on the field and off the field.
A little bit of shade over in the dugout.
But the officials are staying out there the entire time.
And home plate feel like they're wearing all that gear as well.
Yep.
Phil actually is a product of Pineville High School, actually.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
How about them apples?
Local fellow.
See the wealth of knowledge that you bring to this, Chuck?
Oh, you just, you know, it's a plethora.
Something about a hog and an acorn or something like that.
Yes.
That one dribbled out in front. But spinning Flanagan is and making a tremendous play off of there. And that will retire the side. They would strand a couple of runners, but we'll move to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0. East leads it when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Pitching change here for the East. And hasn't been announced yet. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Aiden Melna.
It is. St. Frederick's right in the crosshair. I saw that.
St. Fred's Aiden Melna had the jersey colors, had the logo, had all of that, and we're going to go out on a limb. Brant Batto from Turlings will lead things off here against Melna. Again, Melna headed to Hines Community College. Good group there at St. Fred's. We spent a lot of time with them in softball, and we're just excited for the opportunities to be up in that Monroe area. That one over to third. Going to be backhanded across the diamond. It go and a half a step. Gets it for the out, but Batto was hustling down the line. Just good work across the way at third base. And Melna one up, one down.
Are the base distances any different in college than high school?
No, sir.
Okay, this was one.
Once you get past about 13 years old in junior high.
Okay.
Yeah. First one taken in from a young man from Welsh. This is Dane, I guess. That one behind Melna as well, and you've seen that with the two batters that they've not been able to get around too well on that Melna fastball. and then just jams that fastball on the inside. So he's throwing him. He's throwing Dixie to him the whole time. Look away, look away, look away. He's throwing that, and then he jams that fastball right back in on the inner half for the strikeout. And good looking work there. Parker Alexander had that bunt that got things going, and actually got the runner thrown out at home. He didn't. But it was around that time that it happened. He laid down that bunt to move the runners to second and third. The runner kept on coming home, and he was out by 3 or 4 steps. Alexander fouls that one back, and he's now in an 0-2 hole. You like that? Dixie, I said. He threw it away. Yeah.
Speaking of Dixie.
Got
a lot going on this summer, too, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That Diamond World Series, that one, Melo's going to have to cover it himself. He's going to take it, not in time. Yeah, they get him. Yeah, that's goodness gracious. That was just bang, bang, and you got to be careful there. You see collisions a lot of times happening. That is you're hustling down. But 3 up, 3 down. We'll talk about that little World Series that's coming up here in Central Louisiana, coming up in July. We'll talk about that after this. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 East.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Back here, not wanting to change things. We're in the top of the 6th, not the bottom of the 5th. Flanagan back out for his second inning. Working that one. He's hammered down the line and going to hook, foul, and into the pine trees. Good hustle, though, and off and running through that. And you just love to see that. Turned on that Flanagan fastball, and I don't know that you'll see many more fastballs from Flanagan in this at-bat. The lefty will have that pitch that works into the right-handed batter. A little natural movement on it already, but we've seen him work that into these right-handed hitters. They're hacking away here, too.
We do not own the rights to any of the music that's being played. We're just here bringing you the ball game.
In-stadium music. When ground foul, brought to you by Chicken Salad Chick, down the left field line. 0-2 the count here as Staying Alive resonates through the stadium PA. Flanagan, the 0-2 offering once again. This time does come fastball. That one drops out of there and tackled, but just stumbling when he came out of the box.
Little hug. Make sure neither one of them fell down there.
They're working on getting their adjustments for the players because we've not heard either of these two announced. Good-looking fastball establishes there. Chuck coming over where we're at. First baseman's drifting over and got that, yeah.
Thought that one made it out of play. Nice little breeze all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Pops up there, too.
quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. He's still clinging to that 1-0 lead. Swung on. This is Bryce Zare out of Weston. Saw him play left field yesterday with that group of starters. He, of course, is coming right here to Louisiana Christian University. Coach Burns excited to have him. And, you know, he puts a perspective in that when he puts into right field, where that catch is made right in front of where we are by St. Thomas More's Jacob Freilich. There may have been Cade Wilkerson. I'm not sure because there are 2 of them. Wouldn't you know that St. Thomas More had 2 outfielders here? So needless to say, there you have it. Coach Burns said, you know, you're in the all-star game and it's great and all those, but come next week, you're just a freshman at LCU and you're going to be chasing foul balls and hustling bats and things like that. And we'll hustle back to the bottom of the 6th. We'll do that when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
Aiden Melton in for his 2nd inning of work. Hey, down at St. Fred's, the Warriors. Softball coach for 5 years, Ronnie Lasuzo just retired at the start of this year, and they've replaced him. A number of coaching changes throughout the softball world, but we had an opportunity to meet him, and they were the very first visor that went up on our Wall of Fame. Very first visor that we got was from St. Fred's. So we appreciate those folks.
Anything you might have for your school memorabilia that you're retiring out, getting rid of or whatnot, would love to have something to put up on our Wall of Fame from you.
Yeah, we'll have some more of that. When Chuck gets back off vacation, we're going to work on getting that a little bit more. Chuck just wants to research, I think. Is what the problem is.
Fun.
It's work, though. You got to be dedicated to go and try Bloody Marys throughout the state and oysters and such. But I'm a gamer. I'm a giver. That one up and out of the zone, and that's going to be a leadoff walk from Melton. They're quick to get on you on the walk, aren't they?
Wow, yes. Walk the dinosaur.
Melton with a little staggered approach. A lot of times you'll see your pitcher when he's in the stretch that his feet are side by side, but he looks like he staggers his one just up a little bit, like closing your golf stance. Ground ball, possible double play. Nope, they'll just go the quick way to first. That was thrown away. Hustling around, but now there'll be runners for the West at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. What was a clean play to the second baseman there, just thrown away. And boy, that'll upset you here in this one. Errors even at 1 apiece now. Seth Leger will stand in there out of Erath High School. The Bobcats went and played down in Sulphur this year. That one's ground back to the pitcher. Good job of Melna to look the runner back. And look, snap throw now. They got a runner hung up. They're just going to have to run him all the way to third base, and now they'll switch and go home. Play is made there, sliding. They're calling him safe. He slid out early. My goodness. What solid base running following what was potentially a disastrous base running attempt. Was sliding away from the tag. And had the runner hung up, boy, that one was probably played just as not as well as it could have been on that one. Heat in the afternoon and haven't worked with people, and he turned and went to it, and so a couple of errors there have tied this thing up.
Yes, indeed. Good job by the runner on second, going towards third to get him to commit to him. And having to chase him all the way to third to cause it to happen.
And the bad thing is, though, you're running the runner right to third base where there was a runner, and he had to get off and go somewhere, and that's what caused it. Goodness gracious. North DeSoto, Rainey Mason will stride in. He hit the ball very well yesterday. First at bat today. He sees a fastball from Melna. So we're tied at 1. A couple of errors in this inning have led to that one run. Ground over to shortstop across the diamond for the second out, but Mason comes in and delivers the go-ahead RBI here, and now the West have put up 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Now, for those of you following along at home, you're saying, all right, the home team's put up a couple of runs in the bottom of the 6th, go up in the top of the 7th and shut them out. That's not how it works in the All-Star Weekend. They'll play 9 innings today.
High school is over with.
That's correct. They are into the college side of it and going to play 9 innings. And out of the goodness of getting everybody their turns and their time out there, they'll play the bottom of the 9th no matter who has the lead.
And if it ends in a tie?
They'll play the top of the 10th.
No, I think it ends in a tie.
You sure about that?
They play full 9 and that's it.
Well, here's to hoping we don't run into that concern today. Big shout out to those folks that are watching along on YouTube. If you're out there in the YouTube world, we appreciate you. If you want to subscribe to it, that's fine. You know, that's a good way to keep up with what we're doing. But leave us a comment and let us know who it is that you're watching and supporting and cheering for. It could be for the guy doing the PA. Doesn't matter. Just let us know who you're cheering for. And if you're following along on Facebook, do the same. Leave us a comment. Let us know who you're cheering for whom you are cheering. It gets him on the hand. And now you'll see a runner back at first base.
It'd be nice if you leave us the player's name and their school. I mean, if they're committed.
Unfortunately, we won't see that till later. But we've got a good shot on the commitment list. But on Facebook, if you want to hit that follow, that's fine. Just one click of the button, and that'll take care of that. Cash Martin will stride in. That lets our videos get shown to a few other people, and that one down low, and so some miscommunication, catcher and pitcher. And Melna struggling here in the bottom of the 6th, has given up a couple of runs already. 2/3 of the way through this ball game, and the darker clouds, Chuck, are starting to make their way in. Off to our right. Now one's going to come out here where we're at, and I stretch my hand out like I'm even going to attempt to catch one. But if it twists around and comes up here, I'm ducking and covering.
It's like the old elementary school days.
That's right. Doug Goose. Isn't that what they used to play?
Yes. Yes. We used to play, or I knew the girls and the other good-looking boys played a game called Kiss Chase at elementary school.
It's a family show, Chuck.
Yeah, and I was never a part of that.
That one ground to shortstop, going to come up, have to throw off balance and makes the throw. Good looking work there on a inning that was highlighted by a couple of errors. It was a fine defensive play. Short that got out of this one, but not before the West picks up 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. No hits, 2 runs, 2 errors. and 1 left on. We move to the top of the 7th. West leads us 2-1 when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
During National Cataract Awareness Month, Wallace Eye Associates is joining the American Academy of Ophthalmology to help prevent blindness by offering complimentary cataract screenings. If you're over 65 and noticing unusual changes in your vision, our free screenings can help determine if you have cataracts. Call us today to schedule your complimentary cataract screening. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Back for the top of the 7th we go. Again, this officiating crew has done a good job. They've had some good plays out there to look at and have called them perfectly thus far. Pitching change for the West. I'm not sure I have that name on here. I'll wait for our PA guy. Let us know about it. That one misses. And again, they had a couple of late scratches that were pitchers. That one lifted high, but going to stay in here. A lot of room, as it's about 375 to the gaps, and that one was there. So just a routine out. Wind blowing is gusty as it's been all weekend, Chuck, and it's blowing in. So you're playing in a very large park, and then now the wind's blowing in.
And you see Glory there on your screen. Now she's blowing the wind coming past her screen.
Fully unfurled.
Yes. Almost like you said, duck in.
This is past the shortstop. Blaze Rodriguez is what was announced there out of Pope John Paul. So this is Sam Mitchell. We saw him pitch 3 innings, 3 solid innings, and now he's getting a turn in the field, and he'll bat in this one. Boy, in softball, we were spoiled because the directors handed us this sheet, and it said inning 1 through 3 is this, inning 4 and 5 is this, inning 6 is this, and inning 7 is that. And everybody knew what it was and where they were at, and that made it kind of easy. Not saying that that's a great thing to do, but if you guys want to do that next time, that would be just fine. One down here, top of the 7th we play. 2-1 West leads this. 2 unearned runs in the bottom of the 6th. Did it. Oh, that curveball just nasty. Ducking out of the way, but just stayed off the plate for ball 2.
Yeah, and even with the softball coaches and directors, we heard from them how tough it is to come up with a lineup,
Because you're just knowing who is going to be there, who cancels, or who leaves from Friday to Saturday, or who's playing Saturday that wasn't here on Friday. Little activity in both of the bullpens now. Both sides are throwing, and you'll see that throughout the remainder of this game. Just a lot of activity, and Mitchell draws the 1-out walk, and runners at first and second. As the East they trailed for the first time this weekend. Don't look like they're too happy about it. Now this looks like, yeah, this is this is what I said. That when he was announced earlier, that didn't look at all. And I was thinking, well, okay, maybe if he'd announced it, maybe he just said it. But no, this is Zoil here out of Gina. Yeah, I mean, didn't have the uniform, didn't look like Zoil at all. But I mean, we're a few feet off of the base we were at, looking at it with the naked eye. That one lifted foul. It's going to make its way close to where we're at, giving chase, but nothing doing. And that's going to drop just shy of the clubhouse here. Well, in the old days, I'd run over there and I'd get me a free Coke for that. But those days are over with.
Yes, they are.
1 ball, 1 strike to Zoil out of Gina High School. Unsigned. Let's get that young man a spot to play in. He's a good ball player. Come up and drive you one in the gap right here and get some coaches' attention from all over the place. Got a few of them watching. We've had a couple of texts from a couple of the college coaches that are watching here.
Nice.
Oh, watch that one right inside on the hip. And look, that's what you like to see. You see him hustle all the way down through the bag. That's a baseball player. Well, Bryce Harper did that all through high school, and of course Bryce went straight to the MLB, but always hustled down, and that's when you just, the way the game is meant to be played. Bases are loaded here.
From Live Oak High School, Brock Davis.
Brock Davis out of Live Oak High School will stride in. He's headed up to Natchitoches, Louisiana. Grounds that one fair, but oh, good snag. Nobody covering, and that's all that they could do just to hang on to that one. But what a tremendous play over at first base to save what would have been a sure 2 or 3 runs as it would have got down here where we were at.
That scores one there for the East.
It does. Got to believe that's Natchitoches Central's Adam Gullett. If I'm missing that, I'm sorry. He's on his way to Louisiana Tech.
Sure it's not Guillaume, maybe?
No, there's no O in the back of it.
Okay.
And he's from Natchitoches, not down south. G-U-I-L-L-E-T if you're scoring at home.
Gullett.
And that's the kind of first baseman that you want, the big left-hander, and I mean just a big dude. Went all out for that one and saved what was surely going to be a couple of more runs. Now they did not put the other run up on the board, but it is 2-2 in this one. As long as you got your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard correct, I think we're good.
And it's what's impressive about the left-handed right first baseman, reaching across, moving to the left, reaching across, and making the snag on it.
Yeah, you like to have a left-hander at first base because he's got that glove on what is his right hand now, and he's got a little bit more freedom to come across on a throw to the right side of it. That time, you're right, he had to chase back to the left side. When it's fouled, back won't reach the backstop. Well, that young man that's out there shagging those balls back there. Saw him out here catching in for the West team a little bit earlier, and then they were shagging some fly balls too, and he's got a good glove on him.
Does.
Ground back to Gullett again. He's going to have to race over to the first, and he'll get that, but it is another RBI ground out. And so the lead was short-lived, and they now trail this one 3-2.
There they put one up on the board.
Well, I'm quite certain when they ground out before that one scored the run.
That was in there for a strike.
Ryan Dara out of Brother Martin in there.
Yes.
Runners at second and third, so for the first time in a couple of batters, the force has been off. That one bounces around, but keeping it up in front, and that will keep the runners both where they are.
Similar colors, their school colors with his uniform, like the local school here, Grant. That's right. Burgundy and gold.
Well, I'm telling you, they've just got the one run up on the board. But you're right, Chuck, I had 2 runs there. That one is going to be to the shortstop, coming all the way across in time. And I mean just a half a step. And
big throw from the shortstop.
Oh, that was just huge work out there. Yeah, they get the run up on the board now. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. The lead was short-lived. The East grabs it right back. They lead it 3-2. We had bottom of the 7th when we come back.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
New pitcher coming into the game, but an opportunity to go back and look at our YouTube comments. And this is why we want you and we encourage it. Let us know that number 3 that beat out the hit to the shortstop last inning is Jordan Brady from Ouachita High School, Ouachita Parish, in that District 2-5A. We've been able to follow them a lot. And Kelly Rodriguez. Speaking of Jordan Brady, there is Jordan Brady that takes the hill in this one too. From Ouachita, Jordan Brady beat that one out earlier. So Mr. Brady on Facebook gives us a little insight to who beat the play out. And now, well, there you go. He's out on the bump today in this one. Kelly Rodriguez says she's cheering on the East team. And Blaze Rodriguez, number 17 from Pope John Paul in Slidell, Louisiana. Slidell in the house on there. So we appreciate you folks chiming in with us. Let us know who you're watching and who you're cheering for. This is one, Chuck, that we've seen a couple of times on the hill now. Jordan Brady, of course, like we said, from Ouachita High School. Very familiar with it, as a couple of the teams that we cover a lot out of Central Louisiana are in that District 2-5A.
Yes, they are. An impressive district in multiple sports.
In many sports. Brady with his first action on the hill. Big lanky right-hander. Fastball goes under the legs. And that's going to be an error to start things off. And the West starts things off for that base hit. And they'll get a runner in for what we believe was Connor Walker from Sam Houston. And now right behind him, Cole Flanagan, also from Sam Houston. These two have been the part of some big innings. Squares around a bunt, wins the home run derby, and squares around a bunt here. How about that?
That dude, huh?
That's just a baseball player. I mean, when you're able to switch and change and do all of that, man, that's just, that's really good.
It's a coachable kid, too.
Yep. Goes in now and pokes this one out into right field. Stumbling a little bit, but nobody going anywhere. And that'll have runners at first and second. So, boy, we weren't out of the way too far with a game that was starting to get the hits going in this. If this ends up 11-10 after being just one run through 5 innings, I'm going to go and I'm going to find Coach O'Neill and get him.
I'm going to kick him dead in the shin.
So back-to-back base hits by Sam Houston, state champion Sam Houston's in baseball and in softball. Connor Walker and Cole Flanagan have business going on now for the West. That one is taken in there for the strike. So it was bunting the play before and comes up and deposits one, pulls one into right field. That one up and out of the zone, evens things up, a ball on the strike after back-to-back base hits. Yeah, that cloud cover starting to make its way in, Chuck.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
I didn't think the rain was supposed to make its way into the first of the week. Perhaps this is just a little afternoon heat generated thing coming on. That one misses inside, 2 balls and a strike.
Good job by the catcher by keeping that one out in front of him.
So Brady has come in and he's given up back-to-back base hits. And a lot of people have given back-to-back base hits, I've got to believe, to Walker and Flanagan. So it's no new thing. Misses just off the plate inside there, and 3 balls and a strike. Last night it was lightning that dominated the sky. Today it's those dark clouds. And it's weird because the wind was blowing a different way earlier. Now it's switched and it's blowing dead in. That one down the line, past the diving second baseman. We're going to be tied at 3 as that one gets around. Flanagan heading to third. It's going to be a play at second base and easily out there. Not easily, I mean, that close.
Yeah.
But it's an RBI single out trying to take second base for the West, and we're tied at 3 now. Still a runner at third with just 1 out.
1 scored there, right?
Yes. 3-3, we are tied, trying to chase a little bit, and so what happened was it was bobbled out in right field. That went in there for the strike, and that caused the runner Flanagan to move over to third, and batter went on into second base where he was out by a couple of steps. Almost slid around the tag. That one fouled back over the clubhouse here where we are. Big shout out to Louisiana Christian University for hosting this. Without a doubt, great facility to have it at. Coach Mike Burns has done a lot of great things in his years that he's been here.
Yes. A lot of pride in his field and facilities.
Yep. So Brady has given up a run here, and that surrenders the lead. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the West. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the East.
Those clouds are slowly crawling in, Doug.
Creeping is what they, I guess they'd call that. You can starting to hear the microphone up there a little higher, the wind blow on it, and that one is lifted. It's right into the teeth of the wind, but it's going to be a gapper. 1 run is scoring, and I mean just hustling around looking for 3. He's going to put the brakes on and hold right there. But that's probably the hardest ball that we've seen hit. And here's your 2, and I'll take 2, and I'll raise you 2, and it's 4-3 in this one. So 6 runs in the last 3 half innings of play, and they're still going here. That big double scored the run. Young man from Sulphur hit that one, but again, don't have they stopped calling the names out. Those folks of you that are watching and supporting know it. Well, that rain across the expressway is falling. We see that. Hasn't made its way over here just yet.
Hopefully it'll stay over there.
Brady with a pretty good move back to second base, but nothing doing. A couple of hits in this inning, couple of runs. Still just 1 out. That bunt was popped up high. Brady did a good job of placing that fastball up high. And that's what you want to do when they're bunting the ball. Get it up high, and that's a good opportunity that you're going to pump it up, and that's exactly, or pop it up, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yep. Just that one went foul where they couldn't make a play.
Brady rocks back, delivers this one. Swung on and missed, and a throwback down to second base. Trying for the strike him out, throw him out, but instead it's just 2 outs here after the lead was surrendered. So you look at it and go, all right, let's walk it off. That's the ball game. No, they play 9 here. think folks are starting to scatter a little bit as they see the rain that is falling just across the expressway there in Pineville. Strike one swinging there. I haven't looked at the first alert weather update.
Well, I'm going to now.
Good curveball. Comes back in on the inside of the plate. Yeah, that's the cool thing about rain is you look out and see it across away from you. It can stay away from us. Seeing a little lightning and all generating up. Not a lot of nothing real heavy, but lightning coming up in the area.
Just to the south of us.
Yeah, and that's the way the wind is blowing, and that's down on strikes, and that will do it. So back-to-back strikeouts in the inning. We move to the top of the 8th in this one, 4-3. West leads this one. We'll be right back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
We're back here, top of the 8th. Saw Executive Director Tim O'Neill visiting with a couple of the officials. There is some lightning in the area just to the south of us, and so they're keeping a close eye on that. Now that we're 7 or so innings into this thing, we move to the top of the 8th. They're not going to hesitate to bang this one if that opportunity presents itself.
Yes.
Safety of everyone involved is the only concern. Nothing else matters in this one. Everybody, they've got 16 innings of good baseball in, and so they said, hey, we'll just see what we've got. Well, we go to the top of the 8th. And we've lost our PA announcing. Let's go. No, I don't think it was our microphone. I think it was just the announcer himself. Done a great job, though. That one fouled back out of play. Look, it is a chore when the names are new to you and teams and all of those things. Yeah, lightning detected 10.1 miles, it says, from us. I wonder what is it, within 5 miles?
It's usually 15.
15. That one ground ball over to right field is going to be there. And that's Melna that comes in and gets that base hit out of St. Fred. St. Fred, as soon as you get into Monroe, you're close to that ULM campus. It's like to the left is where that's at. Top of the 8th. East trying to claw their way back into this. They trail it by a run. Good looking strike in there.
funny is once that cloud coverage passes, nice little clear skies back behind it.
Yeah, but it's just getting it through here. Swung on and missed. Big hack at it. And I don't know that that's the swing you want with that wind is gusting. Now, if you looked and followed the progression of the flag, it laid dormant during the national anthem. It was slightly unfurled early on. Throwback down to first, not in time. Now it's full on glory and standing up there. And that's a good indicator as what's going on here as anything is. Ground ball to second base. Opportunity. Had to back up on it a little bit. Gonna have the double play by half a step as
good stretch.
yeah, Oak Grove's Tanner Duff was hustling down the line, but grounds into the double play. That's double play number 3 that we've seen today. And you talk about a pitcher's best friend, without a doubt. I'm not the only one that's ever called it that. Thousands of announcers all around the world have done that. But it doesn't become a cliche if it's not the truth.
He's working up there in that circle, off that bump right now.
Yeah, trying to get, he's 0-2 here with 2 down. That went in there and down on strikes, not playing around at all. Just bringing the cheese.
Not the cheese.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Top of the 8th. We'll move to the bottom of the 8th. East lead, West leads it 4-3 when we come back.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Out for his second inning of work. He'll face Rainey Mason, who had a base hit earlier in his first at-bat a couple of innings ago, part of that 2-run inning. Had an RBI, as a matter of fact. 4-3 now. West leads this one. Haven't heard from our buddy Nick on what the Tigers are doing.
I have not.
That's strange. Must be a close one, or he'd be letting us know about it. Yesterday, we didn't hear anything from him in that A&M game once it gets started. Brady will rock back and deliver this one. It's lifted high and foul. It's going to stay in play, it looks like. No, just gets out of the reach of Oak Grove's Tanner Duff, who gave chase to it there. Duff, just a solid player over at first base. Yet to sign. We need to get him somewhere too. That young man can be an immediate impact to somebody. One of those making an immediate impact at the next level is going to be Rainey Mason, who is there. State champion North DeSoto Griffins. Turns inside and avoids that. You don't want to walk or get hit out here in this one. You want to take your hacks at it.
Peanuts All-Stars.
Wind moving from right to left now, so it's kind of swirling up there above that big, tall fence. What is it, 16 feet?
16 feet, yes, sir.
Yeah, I didn't have enough ladder. I had Chuck to get the camera up there. Chuck had to climb the ladder, and I had to get up on Chuck's shoulders, and we thought better of that.
Yeah, because looking at this little ladder that they had set out here for us is about 4 foot tall.
It's the only way we would get 16 feet, and I still think we'd have struggled.
Yeah, that'd grab 8 people.
Right. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody down here in the bottom of the 8th. Ground ball over to second base is going to be handled there over to Duff in time for the out. And that's 1 down for Brady.
That guy may have only been scheduled for 2 hours, Doug.
Perhaps so. Did you go by the Texas Roadhouse stand and get your slider while you were out here today?
Oh, my goodness.
If you're watching this afterwards, what a great thing that Matt Corey and that group do over at Texas Roadhouse. He'll come out, and that's his exchange for the donation. He'll sell these pulled pork sandwiches, and all of the proceeds he gives back to the LBCA.
That's nice. He can do that for different places, too. We've seen him.
Oh, he does it all around. There's not a school I don't think that he's been to. Just reach out to him over at Texas Roadhouse. Tell him you want to talk to the slider and peanuts guy.
Yes.
And they'll get you in touch with Matt.
Pulled pork sliders.
That's right. And the good thing is, lucky thing, whatever you want to say it, that one fouled back over there towards where Matt's set up. I guess it stays a little right of where he's at. A lot of the games that we've been at this year that have been at different stadiums, he's been set up there.
Mm-hmm.
And said, I don't know if it's you following us or we're following you. I said, I don't care. You're here, and I'm going to have a slider. And so that works out.
With that new screen on the back of your window, we'll say he's following you.
We'll take that. That's right. The new 446 Sports mobile is out and about.
Oh.
Brady's had that. We've seen him throw that pitch that just starts at the hip of the right-handed batter and ducks back out over the plate. Activity in the East bullpen. Bounces low. Nobody in the one down here by us, but that doesn't mean that they won't bring a position player. And at this level, just about everybody's pitching. If you're playing in this game, you're probably able to pitch, whether you're shortstop, center fielder, third baseman, whatever it is. You've thrown some innings for your team.
I'm sure you have, yes.
Brady comes set, delivers this one. That looked like that one. He slipped, or it slipped out of his hand, or something went on there. Boy, he's holding on to that arm too, and I think he's walking straight off the field. Felt something pop in there, and we won't speculate on it at all. But he threw that pitch, dropped his arm down to his side, and walked straight off the field. And so that bullpen activity is
fixing to become
is going to. And with an injury, you'll have as much time as you need to get loose. But that young man, thoughts and prayers are with him. Hopefully it's just a little stinger or something. But again, we won't speculate on any of it at all.
Batter's trying to figure out if he's supposed to take first base or not, I think.
Saw the trainer from Ash out here yesterday, Corville. Now they're coming out to, yeah, they'll get the pitcher in from out of the bullpen quickly. Chuck, we're going to be here just a bit while this pitcher gets warmed up. He'll have all the time that he needs to, so we're going to take an extended break, and we'll be back with you right after this. You're watching the 2025 All-Star Game on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
During National Cataract Awareness Month, Wallace Eye Associates is joining the American Academy of Ophthalmology to help prevent blindness by offering complimentary cataract screenings. If you're over 65 and noticing unusual changes in your vision, our free screenings can help determine if you have cataracts. Call us today to schedule your complimentary cataract screening. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Buckeye pitcher Adam Broadnax will take over for Jordan Brady. Brady out of the game and got him off, and they were pointing to the elbow area on his pitching arm is what it looks like the problem is, and he felt it immediately. So again, our thoughts and prayers are with that young man for a speedy recovery. They got an ice bag on it pretty quick and walked him off the field and out of there, but we're back to action now. Adam Broadnax takes over in the top of the 8th with one out and a runner on first base. He inherits should be a 1-0 count, but it's no, the batter walked, didn't he?
Yes,
on that one. Yeah. Cooled off a little bit out here when that cloud and the wind came through. It's just 90 is all it is now.
It did indeed.
So how about that? Just time to maybe grab a light jacket or something.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Broadnax 0-1 here. That one ground over into the dugout area, goes right into that spot where there's not anything and bounces around in the dugout. So that's why you see everybody squished down on one end of it and not where that opportunity is.
Squishified.
Doug Cannon, Chuck Perkins here with you for 446 Sports. Delighted to have you with us. Extended lead there, and Broadnax throws that one down low. Went out of the zone. We saw Adam work a little last night, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes here from the big right-hander from Buckeye, right up the road in DeVille. Heading up to ULM. Monroe, you're getting a good one there.
100%.
Good-looking fastball right down the pipe, and Broadnax gets his first strikeout of the day. 1 down here. Sam Houston's Connor Walker is who this is. There are only 2 or 3 of them. Now they're not announcing them anymore that we have. And that's not me complaining by any means. I'm just telling you why we look up and down and don't have it. That one, snap throw down to first, nearly got him. Good throw back from behind the dish. hopefully you've seen something you like this weekend, and you give us a thumbs up on YouTube over there. Maybe leave a comment on Facebook as well. Give us a follow, and that's what gets it shown to other folks and helps us bring high school sports around the state of Louisiana. Louisiana High School Sports, 14and0productions.com. Stopped by yesterday and visited with us. Ray Butler, just a wealth of information. Also visited with Robert Anderson, who is going to be the voice of the Eagles. And stay tuned next week. We're going to announce who our play-by-play guy is for the Tioga Indians. Came to that agreement terms today, and look forward to announce that next week.
Be some fun times.
Indeed it is. Boy, it's a great time to be there, and somebody coming to Tioga that you might not expect.
Right.
So, yeah, we're pumped about that. And it's not me or Chuck.
No.
Chuck nor I, let's say. Broadnax, 3 balls, no strikes. Struck out the first batter he faced. Struggled here, check swing, and nothing doing, and that will send Connor Walker down to first base, and we'll bring Cole Flanagan in. Cole Flanagan will stride in and bat from the left side, and they'll get a courtesy runner in for the catcher, Connor Walker. Those two had back-to-back base hits last inning when it got that lead back for the West. This one he fouls straight back over near that moving van or whatever it is.
The parking lot of the
Louisiana Athletic Club.
LAC. Not lacking things to do in there, that's for sure.
Pickleball court, swimming pool, movie stars,
and you can walk in there too. They have an indoor track.
Upstairs, yeah. It's a good little setup. Go by there, and you tell you look for Ronnie Schwartz. You tell him that 446 Sports sent you in there. Unless you harass him, and then tell him that somebody else sent you. Broadnax, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good off-speed stuff in there to Flanagan.
Two outs, and he's only responsible for the runner on first, right?
Correct. Yeah, the lead runner would be charged to Jordan, who exited the game here. That one up and out of the zone. Again, Jordan Brady comes off the field, off the mound, after an apparent injury to his pitching arm. No further details here, but thoughts are with that young man. Thoughts and prayers certainly for his speedy recovery. And then it's not really anything, but you know your body.
That's right.
Broadnax, 3 balls, 1 strike, trying not to walk back-to-back hitters. And does. That one's thrown up. It's not going to matter because that was ball 4. Well, perhaps not.
3-2, wasn't it?
Going off of that scoreboard that's out there, and they've cleared the scoreboard, but they've kept the batter up. So they're saying 3 balls and 1 strike. It was 2-1 prior to that. I'm not privy to Chuck's little Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down there in the bottom, which is usually correct. Swung on there and down on strikes, and that will do it. So we were completely. You had it right. We were just bum fuzzled up on the scoreboard. That'll do it for the West. The lightning delay here, and I'm going to tell you that's 30 minutes, and they won't keep that going. I can assure you they'll wipe it. And look, Rainey Mason's telling them, look, just end this thing here at 8 innings, wrap everybody up, and there is no sense.
Yeah, it certainly looks like they just did.
Yeah, that's ball game. Yeah, you're not going to lightning delay in the 8th inning, day 2 of an all-star game.
No,
I can assure you, you're not going to wait that one out. That is the ball game. That's how the West was won in this one, 4-3. And Yep, that'll do it. We knew it would. They're not in a hurry to wait this one out or anything. That's going to be the ball game. We appreciate you spending your time with us in Central Louisiana over the last 2 weekends. If you're an All-Star fan, you saw softball last weekend at Ward 10 and baseball this weekend here on the beautiful campus of Louisiana Christian University. Chuck, I think they're going to announce the MVPs of this one quickly. We'll watch that, and then we'll get out of here.
For the Eastern All-Stars, pitcher from Parkview Baptist, Sam Mitchell. And then the All-Star Team MVP from the Western All-Stars, shortstop from Stoker High School, Jackson Pino.